As many of you guys already know, I came out with a series of videos last year called the Tame course. The course was a huge success, and we were able to help out hundreds of thousands of people around the world, many of whom have reached out to me telling me about the massive changes they've been able to make in their lives. It really makes my day whenever I receive success stories like these. So I've decided to come out with another course. The Befriend course is all about befriending people. Get it? Having strong and meaningful relationships with multiple people is crucial to living a happy and healthy life. However, so many of us nowadays are spending the majority of our time behind screens, sending virtual messages to each other instead of having real-life interactions. This has caused many of us to lose our ability to connect with people in real life. And for the first time in human history, we have an epidemic of loneliness. Millions of people have little to no friends, feeling lonely in a world that's never been more connected. The Befriend course's main focus is to address this problem, to teach you how to interact with others, build meaningful relationships, make friends wherever you go, and obtain a healthy social life. Why am I qualified to be teaching this stuff? There are a lot of gurus and self-development channels out there who give advice regarding social interactions. Some of it is decent, but most of it is pretty bad. So, Improvement Pill, how do we know whether or not the stuff you're going to teach us is the good stuff? Well, as some of you already know, I used to be a door-to-door salesman. The important thing you have to understand is that in order to get someone to buy something from you in person, you must be able to befriend them. No one buys from someone they dislike. When I first started the job, I wasn't good at all. I had tons of really bad interactions. People hate getting disturbed when they're relaxing at home on a Sunday evening, especially by a door-to-door salesman. I would often get yelled at, had the cops called on me, and had people tell their dogs to attack me. It was tough. But over the course of 2 years, I was able to develop the skills needed in order to befriend just about anyone. I got extremely good at my job, mostly through trial and error. It got to the point where I could knock on a door, get yelled at by the owner of the house, only to be found eating dinner with the family and playing with their dog an hour down the line. What makes me qualified to be teaching this stuff is the fact that I've interacted with tens of thousands of people and made many of them into my friends. On top of that, I was promoted to the position of sales manager and had the privilege of teaching new salespeople how to befriend people and make sales. The team I trained became the #1 team in the entire Northeast region for an entire quarter. So not only did I develop good social skills on my own, but I was able to pass this knowledge on effectively to dozens of people. What you're about to learn in the Befriend course are techniques and mindsets that work. Some of these ideas are taken from books, and some are ones that I've developed on my own through trial and error. This is information that works because I've seen it work in real life time and time again. Why is this course free? Well, as some of you already know, the Tame course was originally supposed to be a paid-for course. However, I decided that certain things, certain pieces of information should not be hidden behind a paywall. If I charge money for the course, sure, I'd be able to help out a couple hundred or even 1,000 people, and sure, I'd make a decent amount of money, but there would be millions of people around the world who would never see the content, who would never be able to change their lives and benefit the world as a whole. So I decided to make the entire course free. The Befriend course follows the same philosophy. This is information that I believe can help out millions of people and potentially make this world into a better place, and for that reason, I am morally obligated to make this course free. What is the format of the course? We're going to start off with a couple of videos that will give you a foundational understanding of how befriending people works. We'll cover things like the tiers of friendship and the golden rule of friendship in this section. Then we're going to move on to body language, which has a huge role, especially when it comes to the earlier parts of your interactions with people. We're going to discuss things like the most powerful signs you should use to get people to like you, and also what signs to avoid using. After extensively covering body language skills, we're going to dive into conversation skills, which are crucial for developing long-lasting relationships. This is probably going to be the longest section of the course, and will cover things such as how to initiate conversations, how to talk about anything with anyone for as long as you need, and even tonality. Finally, we're going to have a bonus section teaching you about other miscellaneous things that are important for a good social life, such as hosting events and parties, how to live a more interesting life, and even the power of touch. Now, when I made the TAME course, I asked you guys for help. I wasn't in a good place financially, so I decided to set up a Patreon account and ask for donations to help fund my work. However, I'm doing a lot better for myself nowadays, and the truth of the matter is, I don't need much help financially. So I'm not going to ask for any donations this time around, because the truth of the matter is, your money is better invested in yourself. However, there is one way you can help out, and that's by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to make sure that you're notified whenever I upload a new video in this course. This is important, because the best way for you to help me out is by watching and completing the Befriend course, the TAME course, and any other future course that I release, so that you become a better, happier, healthier person, and so that together we can help make this world into a better place. I hope I'm not asking for too much. In our next video, we're going to start off the Befriend course by learning about the different tiers of friendship, so hit that bell icon and stay tuned.